think we're live. Check, check. I see my voice up there. Am I up? Yeah, I'm all the way up. All the way up. Everything's up. Check, check, check. What's up? All right, hold on a second here. Oh yeah, you can hear the single coil versus the humbucker. What's up, Ben? Papa? Sky Prop, Blackjack, Matt, Gary. Ferd, Trolls, Sky Prop, Fredless Ed. Chris. Tim. Jazz, Patrick. Vince. David, Dennis. John. Knees Hurt. Ben Coombs, Ed Axman, Double, Good, Dennis Ellison, Bounce Man, and John, and Speako. What's up, buddy? Mon, watching from New Zealand. Oh, let me know if you have any questions. What's up, Justin? David, Martian Murray, Steve Resser, Ferd, Tom, Rick, Patrick. We got B-Man and Andrew Collins and Fred and James Murphy and I love the Stratocaster too, Patrick. And scene. That is just one of the many patches you get with the new Patchbank. The new Patchbank is here. Oh, we need some sort of, you know. That's not gonna work. What do we got? And then on my picks, have a good scratch. Have a good, yeah, kind of dead. You need one that's got a, you know, like a, maybe this one. No, God, totally dead. What do we got? A little bit. You know, some picks, they act like a slide. Yeah, I don't think anybody, like, they're kind of, yeah, kind of dead. Do I have any metal picks here? A metal pick would do it for sure. No. I guess I do. Oh, you know what I do have, though? But this, yeah. Yeah, trim armor work. You know. There you go. You get like a pseudo slide, right? Oh God, I haven't played guitar all friggin' week. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, that's what I've been doing all week. My hands do hurt, but not from playing guitar. I don't know if you can see, my arm is speckled in paint. Made a lot of progress on the trailer this week, but I draped it in tarp, because we're gonna have rain. It looks pretty unsettled this week. And there's a ton of pollen in the air. It doesn't have the top coat on it yet, so I said at the very least, I don't know that it'll get hurt because I already put a primer on it, but I think it'll wash the pollen out of the air, and the whole thing will just be covered in a layer of pollen. So at the very least, it'll protect it from that, I'm hoping. Oh, the pollen get around here. I'd say the worst is like late May, early June. And the car just gets completely covered in like a yellow or like a green, kind of a yellow, greenish yellow pollen. And I mean a friggin' blanket. You're like, oh my God. You're like running your wipers on it. Now, the pollen can get real bad. Real bad. Right now, it's the trees, like maple and like ash. So, I'm hoping, yeah, right, sky prop, tree pollen. It's tree pollen right now. It gets so bad, though. It will get real bad. Sort of ramps up and then kind of dies out. I feel like around the summer solstice, and then it ramps back up again when you start to get into like August. Some other trees are more like late season. Nickel-sized hail. Oh man. Yeah, you don't like that. It can really damage your car. Damage a lot of stuff. What's up, Tactical? Am I in tune? That sounds in tune. It sounds in tune too. Oh man. So yeah, it's been a very busy week. I haven't looked at too much of the NAMM stuff. It looked like there was some stuff out there. It looks like Chapman put out a few new guitars. And Gibson Kramer wasn't there. Either was Fender or PRS. So trying to think if did Solar? I think Solar introduced like a new model or two. But without Fender there, there's no Jackson or Charvel there either. Oh yeah, you saw Donna there? Really? Ola was there, but was Solar? Solar may not have been there. Only Ola may have gone. Yeah, you like the Caliburn from Kawasa? I don't have a license for that anymore. I don't want to be a pirate. Bring him back the puffy shirt. I have not tried an MD-24 roasted neck, right? 24 frets. Are they stainless steel frets? I feel like it's the same place that's making these. Could be. Could be. The Dean's just made by Erit. Any reports from NAM? Yeah, Chapman and KDH hugged it out. Fresh off the presses. Who'da thunk it was the quote. Do. All right, so what I'm going through now, if you were wondering, is see, I can give you a patch number. That's patch number 73. 73 is the correct answer. The one right before it is dual heavy rated. Another popular one. I got a few in here. Super Lead Plus. Contemporary Blues too. That's patch number 68. What do we got? Super 66. So yeah, that is patch number 75. Now, all of these patches is a very special patch bank. All of these patches I had to go through because my patch bank had some items that if you didn't pay for it, it won't work. It's going to give you an error message and maybe even an upsell. They're like, you don't have that amp. Would you like to buy that amp? I don't know how it works. So, or you just get an error message, which might be more likely, saying like you lack the the items necessary to create the patch. So instead, what I did was I went through and I painstakingly replaced, and this took a long friggin' time because they have so many choices with their original, with what comes with THU Premium. You need to have the premium version, okay? I can't help you if you got the light version or some, crappy version that you get is a part of like a subscription service or something like that. I don't know. I'm just telling you that you need the full premium version and all of these patches will work. But if you don't even have that, then they're not going to work. It's that simple. So, but man, it took a long time because I had so many patches that, come to find out, like this one item I kept using over and over again, like some reverb or like some amp isn't free. I purchased it, so I was like, oh right, you can't use that. What's up, Sassy Cat? How you doing? So, but I think I did a really good job A-Bing them. As a matter of fact, I had to run sort of like the two patch banks side by side, the original one, create the new one, copying it, and then keep going back and A-Bing back and forth between the original patch and the new patch. Quite frankly, I think some of the new patches sound better. You know how that goes. When you rewrite something, you very often you do better. So this was supposed to be a real mid push. That uses the Black Star, which is free. It comes with a part of the the rig collection. If some of these don't work for you and you have the full version, let me know and I can modify them. That old chestnut. Patch number 80. Kind of a nice stereo. Think Aldo Nova? I think that sounds pretty good, right? Yeah, that's an M22. That's their I think souped up Marshall. Patch number 84. That other one was patch number 83. 83 was a good year. Just saying. That uses one of their latest free items, the rotary. The previous one was that, so this one means, that's M22. That's new clean, number 84. This is new preset number 85. Got to admit, I was running out of names. Patch number 85, I give you new preset number 85. Brought to you by Default. This is PV Solo. That's PV Solo. That uses the PV Solo rig that's free. That's a free rig. You're free rigging it right now. This is new preset number 88, which is patch number 87. This is patch number 87, called new preset 88. Look, things might have been deleted. This is number 88. It's called new preset 89. Which I love. You know what? For a lot of them, I use the Lynch box. Because the Lynch box, they can't say it because it's this is an old this licensing arrangement they've had for for a long time. At the time they licensed this, Randall owned what is now called Synergy. So all of these models, these the Lynchbox models, was a Randall head that you could plug in these preamps. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's the Synergies. Synergy, they broke off from Randall, became Synergy. So, or rebranded themselves as Synergy. So basically, I think some of these Lynchbox heads, these Synergy heads, it's really good. Not gonna lie. Hey, it's like really good. So this one, number 89, you're probably not going to work for you. This is only effects. There's no amps. That's for my particular needs. Sometimes I have to run like an acoustic through here, and I really don't want an amp. I just want it direct. So if you have an acoustic, I would use patch number 89. Only effects. This is one of their, this is almost the full suite. This is just the modular verb. But I have a whole series, like right here, that cover the modular verb, the phase stone phaser, and the reverse delay. All free items if you have the premium version. This is warm drive. Again, I wanted a rig, and this was the closest one, which is the Black Star HT40 Crunch. And I have an SD drive. If you wanted that real nasal, the patch starts with it off. Or you can just turn the gain up a little bit. If you want more of like a lead sound. And there's a delay in here. You can just turn that up. Hold on, we'll set that up for a much bigger spread. A lot of these patches have effects in them that aren't turned on. You can turn them on, like I just did there. But this is still the basic patch. This is a cool one. This one uses the Dimension. So that's a, what patch set is this? This is my new Patchbank for THU. THU. That's the letter T, the letter H, a dash, and then the letter U. Get a pen. Get a pen real quick. Just grab a pen. Write this down. I can't tell you how to spell it, but write T, and then H, and a dash, and then U. You circle it. You circle that. There you go. All right. kind of an affected kind of claim. This is the shimmer verb. Put it in the title, it's literally the fucking thumbnail. I can't beat you over the head with it. That's the modular verb. The modular verb is great, and of course I have it huge. Sounds good with the Strat. That's why I brought the Strat out. Sounds good with the Strat. This is their stone phaser. Again, are we almost to the end? Yeah. So I think my last pack. Hold on, I can check real quick. So I think the last. Oh, geez, that probably isn't even the last one, is it? No, not even close. I want to say the last one, the last Patchbank I put out. What did it have? About 74? Was it 75 patches? How many patches in the last Patchbank? I honestly don't even have that here. If anyone has my last one, what was? How many patches were in that? This one has 101. So if you have my old one from 2020, if you have the SFB 2021, what's the patch count in that? Where does it end at? Is it 74, 75? Yeah, now it's 101. That was Stony Verb. This is Mod Verb. This one has all. This has all the effects on. This is Stone Phaser, Reverse Delay, and Modular Verb in an unholy trio. Hear that? Do. Another rotary. Another rotary one. Okay, so the May FB one you have shows 64 patches. Okay. Well, the new one has 101. There could be some repeats, though. Because after 64, I know I started adding some of the ones that were in the lower banks because it was just more convenient for me. Though there might be some tweaking on those higher numbered patches because those are the ones that I just used more recently. Right? Reverse delay. And then that's 100, and that's 101. So that is most of, so you said 64? Well, that's, so So there's 65. That's a hot Princeton. And then Orange Crunch. That is a top boost cranked to the max. And then the Contemporary Blues. That's number 68. And then we're back to where we started. What I normally use is like this one here, the Behave lead. Or the dual heavy rig. Oh, patch 69, yeah. Yeah, that's the SL Plus. And it's got two different types of phasers on it. It's got the 90s phaser. Or, which is basically a phase 45, or it's got the Stone phaser, which is subtler. The Stone phaser also has a second level there, which has more color to it. Yeah, but that's another one of those Lynch box head, and it's got the chorus on. Oh, and it's got an octave on it. Look, you can never go wrong with an octave pedal, am I right? Tell you, you turn an octaver on, get ready to lose an hour in a blink. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is a good patch. Yeah. What's all my phaser one? I actually need a thicker neck for that. This neck is almost like too thin for that riff. You need more of a bat in your hand to make that work. All right, I gotta check me tunings. Good. Good. Not bad. Pretty good. Actually, you know what? It's actually not bad. A little on the high side, but within tolerances. You know, I mean, I suppose that IE could just come down just a hair. Just a wee. This is patch number 69. Oh, the THU view. Can I do that from here? I can. That's what it looks like. So here's your patch. You got your. Yeah, it does scream, Ripley. This is a good one. Anyway, that's a lot of dead screen. That's why I don't share the screen, because it's, you know, it's what we would in the industry call a static image. There's that one. Yeah, the Mr. Scary. Kind of 80s. What I like about this is it feels so live. I was going for like an arena kind of feel. So what do you think so far? Oh, thank you, Tony. Very nice. Thank you so much. Google Pay just started working. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Google Pay. Thanks for the new Patchbank. Well, it's my way of giving back to the community. It's free for distribution. The only thing is it doesn't come with the software. You have to have the software installed, and you need the premium version. You can't have like a light version that came with some piece of software you bought, like if you bought Cakewalk, or I think there's a company that does subscriptions and they get like a lighter version. You might get error messages if you have that lighter version. So you need the full THU premium. It'll work fine. It's wicked hot stuff. That's called Mr. Scary. It's like wicked scary. This is a rhythm. It literally says rhythm in the patch. That's number 71. 6506. Get it? Oh. And we're back to dual heavy rig. So, hold on. So I think that's all of them. I think we covered all the new ones. Dual heavy rig and behave lead. It's one of my favorite patches. That and the Super 66. You know, it's just so crisp, you know. Steve, that doesn't TSU do a deep discount? Oh, no, they absolutely do. Never buy THU at full price because they have a sale price at least 2 or 3 times a year. Hold on. And the sale price is really good. It's like 40% off, you know, 45% off. A good 40% off. So I think it's $299, I want to say, for the full version. But most people, you know, I think when I got mine way back when, I think I paid like $139. Those days are long gone. I think right now the best you're going to get is like $159 or $169 on like Black Friday. But they'll have a summer sale. You watch. I'm on their mailing list, so usually I get wouldn't hurt to get on their mailing list because you'll get a marketing mail from them saying, hey, everything's like 40% off. But you got to be careful because sometimes just their rigs are on sale, which is a whole nother thing you can just buy into, rigs that go into the software, and you can, you know, like anything, you can scale it up by spending more money. Of course. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting just the premium version, which comes with like 250 friggin' items anyway, and just using that. And all of these patches will work with that version. No other purchase needed. That's the point. Love dual heavy rig. That's a good one. That one started out, as a lot of these do, they start out as a patch by THU, and I have to turn it into something I like. Which is what dual heavy rig is. It started out a certain way, and it ended with me putting the chorus on the front to take some of the edge off. And you're like, you can't even really hear the chorus, but when it's off, you miss it. It sounds almost like a little too harsh. It really does like soften the frequencies a little bit. And again, it has to be in the front to do that. If it was in the behind, I think you'd hear it too chorusy. Kind of funny how that goes. That is a good patch, huh? Hey, Tony. Welcome there, Hotshot. Seems to me 9% of the time I play tube amps, really play software. You know what? It's why I make the patches, because a lot of times you get the software, the patches suck. You know, and I just know what I generally like. You're going to hear a lot of very similar sounds because I know what I like and I tend to repeat it. I don't get too out there on the sound I particularly go for. So it's usually reverb and delay on almost every patch. And then I add a few more other things, and I try to add like the stereo and the secret sauce. And sometimes weird, you have like a delay on, but if you look at it, the effect is at like literally 9%. But you still hear it. But if it like even 40%, it would be all in your face and too much and all over the place. But at 0%, you miss it. Right? It's like it's just that right amount of, you know, ambiance. A certain je ne sais quoi. Welcome, Tony. Welcome there, hotshot. Uh-oh. There's humbucker, single coil. That's why this one, if you notice, the first item is a quiet. Right? Here, trying to hold it back. Wow. Let's go to behave lead. Oh, behave. Lead? Yeah. Embrace the hum. I just think in a few more years, I wouldn't be able to hear the hum. Patch 87 sounds really good. Let me find 87. Oh, yeah. That's my metal patch. He's having an episode. Wah, wah, we drew. Yeah, Patch 87. Called Preset 88. Oh, of course it is. Oh, Nelson, look at you with the gifting of the memberships and the gifting. What's that, Boots? Boots says thank you. What's that, cutie Boots? What's that little cute Boots with the cry Boots and the boot cries and the cry boot cries? What? What? Oh, we got a purry. Oh, I got a purr belly. And a fur belly. Sky prop. Joe, let's read. Let's read all our let's read all our new members. Are you ready? Sky prop. Joe Hervey, 84. Larry John. Herb of Fireside Studios. And BC Rich, 581. Shame. 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 Are you using Amplitude 5 or Guitar Rig 6? Yes. That's the behave lead. I think it works well with the hells and the bells. See what I go through, guys? You see the repetition of my life? I saw AC/DC in 1981. Put on a hell of a show. Oh my God. That coffee is tasting like wicked, wicked, wicked good. Oh. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. THU should be giving you kickbacks. Yeah, no shit. I'm not going to lie. If they wrote me a check, I'd cash it. Just saying. If you're thinking about it. Just saying. Bias Effects 2 sounds good, but the UI's a bit meh. You know, I go in and out on Bias Effects 2. I know what you're saying. I did a whole video on how to finally get real, true stereo out of Bias Effects. They don't hard pan their channels left and right for a true stereo, like a discrete signal. You can do it, but you have to have a mixer, or you might even have to add the mixer at the end of the cycle or somewhere along the cycle, and bust it into stereo and force it to go in hard pan, hard left and right, and it makes it like an enormous difference, which is how THU works, right, with discrete channeling. It's like once you mix those channels, the whole stereo effect is kind of friggin' lost. You know what I'm saying? So I've had good luck with it, with actually a few different platforms. You know, another pretty good one too is Amp Hub. That actually sounds pretty good too. It's like that's a subscription service, but you get a lot. They have a lot of amps. They're very much like, not quite as many. I tell you, now Amp Hub has added so many, right, that they have like really a lot, but you get a lot in THU. That's why they had to move to the rigs, because they didn't have a subscription model, and they see that these other places with subscription models probably have a much better cash flow, capital flow. You know, keep the revenue streaming. THU voice package? Oh, I didn't even know they had that. They have like a vocal package for vocal effects. Neural DSP is having a 50% off sale. Well, that's the time to buy it. You know, whenever these companies have these big sales where the percentage off is massive, that's the time to, you know, to get in. How did it do? Have I tried Polychrome DSP yet? I have not. Is that a software or a hardware product? I'm assuming it's software, but you never know. Trolls says Polychrome has killer sounds. Troll says it is software. Okay, I'll look it up. Green Meanie knows about it too, huh? Okay. Software McRocklin designed it. Okay. So it's actually designed by someone who can play guitar. It's always, you'd be surprised at how many people in these industries, you know, like Leo Fender couldn't play guitar. What cry baby cries? Tried the Gojira amp sim. It was okay. Even 50% I like your audio, salt amps and other stuff better. Yeah. So you never know. That's why you should try to buy them on a discount. Because, you know, it could go into the dustbin on your computer, you know. You haven't opened this app in 248 days. It's like, yeah. What crazy cat? I was bumping my leg and crying like a cry baby cry. What? You can't go down next to my rug. He's down here, right up against my wheel. I feel like I'm going to roll my wheel and I'm going to friggin' hurt her. Get out of here, you. You hearing this cat? Hearing this purr cat? I'm getting you, Billy. Oh. He says, bought it very good, you know. What's up, Coots? Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh, man. It sounds out, but... Oh, yeah. Little sharp A. Yeah, you are. A little bit. Well, no, a little bit. Well, no, a little bit. A little bit. No, a little bit. A little bit. What year and model is that guitar? This is a 2013 Fender Select Strat. Let's go to Select Cam. Hold on. Hold on, we'll move this a little bit closer to the edge there. There you go. With the channel bound neck and the, you know, of course it's got to have the crazy custom shop level bird's eye / flame neck. It's a select guitar for select few. Every time I play this guitar, I'm reminded how much I love the neck on this, though. That gold top guitar from Guitar Center with the weird volume pick guard is back up for sale. Yeah, because someone bought it and was like, oh shit! Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Oh no, No, I'm not. No. You can right back. No. Right? That's probably what happens. Someone's like, oh, it's a pretty good deal. Then they get it, they're like, ah! Why? Why, God, why? Exactly, Players Club. You a player? Like going to Reno, Tahoe. Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, no. That guitar. There's an Ibanez up there the same way, equally ruined, where a guy just like forced a pick guard onto the face of it to move the controls around because he like literally drilled out and has to cover up like all these little parts on the face of it. How about you buy a guitar that has the knobs where you want it? How about that? How about that? Because what happened is, clearly, it didn't work out. That's why it's at Guitar Center. So you went through all that rigmarole ruining that guitar, only to say, you know what? This guitar sucks. And he got rid of it to Guitar Center. I know that green air does look nice, right? What's up, Metalworks? So my dad came over and saw the trailer. You know, he saw it when I first got it. And was like, yeah, I don't know. But then after I took all the wood out of it and he was able to see the frame, he came over and looked at it, and he is like smitten with that trailer. You seeing this? He is like, they don't make trailers like this. He's like, he says it's from the 1950s. He goes, this is definitely from the 1950s. This is definitely homemade. Somebody made this. Somebody who's like their own, ironworks and welder. And he's like, one-piece axle, that nobody uses that. They're all split axle now. There's a wheel and an axle on either side, but they don't do a full axle across. Oh, he's smitten with that. Absolutely. You know, I do have a picture. Let me see if I can find a pic for you. So I did a lot of work this week on it. Let me see if I can find you a picture. Yeah. So that's what it looks like now. I sanded down all of the metal to bare metal, and you can't see it here, but I coated it all with that black. It doesn't go on black. It goes on like white hand lotion, but it's basically like some sort of a rust converter. It converts rust to magnetite. And I was going to replace a lot of the metal in it, and my dad was like, don't. He's like, that project will spiral out of control. He's like, this thing is solid as a rock. Do not do that. All you're going to do is increase the cost of this project by like triple. And you don't. He's like, don't stop. He goes, you're going way overboard. Chemically treated. In fact, you can see it on the axle. You can see the chemical treatment there. That's good. This was completely rusted. This is after you treat it with that, that black. It goes on white. It goes on, looks like hand lotion. But, yeah, it looks a lot better. It's getting there. He couldn't believe it still had the coils in it. He goes, I can't believe. He goes, the leaf spring, sure, but the coils, never happened. I didn't do that because you need stuff that's flexible. I might just use like a flexible rubber undercoating for the springs. I want something that can easily move. So we'll see. And I still have to do the wheel wells of these. And that's about it. I did the whole underside. It was a week-long project. To take the metal down to bare metal, and I did get it down to friggin' bare metal. I tried a bunch of different things to do, and what I wound up doing was using a grinding wheel with a 60 grit flap disc. That worked the best. 40 grit was too much. It took too much metal off. 80 grit was too much work. I started with 120 grit, and I was like, this isn't going to work. Moved to 80 grit. That was better, but 60 grit was the magic number. And took it all down steel. I still have this stuff up front. This is all solid now because I treated it with the stuff. I'm probably just going to patch this little area up to keep water from coming in through the front and from the sides. And, obviously it's got a mount for another set of hooks. Put it like stainless here. And, we're getting there. Putting in the trailer show or build off? No, I'm going to need a trailer for my trailer. Well, my dad was like, listen, here's how this is going to go. You could chemically treat this whole thing from head to toe and stop the rusting. Cover it with primer, which is what you saw right there. That's not the top coat. It's going to be gloss black when it's done. Not the inside, probably flat black, but the outside's going to be gloss black. And he goes, cover it with, a good Rust-Oleum, metal primer. And then 1 or 2 coats of, a nice oil-based metal top coat, like Rust-Oleum. That's all by brush on. That's no spray. And he goes, that thing is going to outlast you. Okay? He goes, but, if you get in there with a cutter and you start cutting and you start pulling this out, this is just going to unravel, and from what could be a 4-week project to an 8-week, 10-week, 12-week. Now the summer's going by. Your costs gone up. Now you're paying. He goes, the metal's going to cost you $200. He goes, you don't own a welder. The welder's going to run you what? At least $150, $200 for a decent welder. He goes, you don't have a 240 volt socket. He goes, if you're going to get Paul out here to wire the socket up for you, that's going to run you $200. He goes, you're already $600 in the hole. He goes, you haven't even. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, no. He goes, straighten out the metal that's crooked. Chemically coat it with everything. He goes, when you put the boards in this and you tighten that all down, put 3/4 inch, plywood, the 3/4 inch, put it up on the sides here. And this actually gets split down the middle. This is actually one full piece of plywood long, but you'd have to run it. I have a table saw. I'll just run it down the table saw. You split it. That's how it was in there when I took it out. The bottom piece. The guy before me was so lazy, he just threw another piece of plywood on top of it and just let this thing go. It's like, could you have a tiny bit of pride of ownership? I mean, how long have I had this thing? 2 weeks? And I've already got it like miles beyond where it was, 2 weeks ago. But yeah, do 3/4 inch plywood, pressure treated plywood. And he said, stain it. He goes, if you don't stain it, the paint will just peel right off. He's like, you got to stain it. Go with the stain. So I said, all right. And they make a stain. So, he's like, he goes, all you're going to do is just unravel a big shitting mess on yourself. He goes, I wouldn't do it. He goes, unless there's some critical failure that absolutely has to be corrected. He goes, the guy before you didn't do anything. I go, yeah, and I told him, the last thing he hauled, was a bunch of granite stone. He goes, I believe it. He's like, this thing is a tank. He's like, this thing's unbelievable. No, he loves it. He was pointing out, he goes, just to even have a center pipe like this, he goes, that's way old school to have this big center pipe like that. He goes, somebody added this pipe on the front. He said, but this is original to it. He goes, and then all these crossbars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crossbars. He goes, and the upside down angle bar here. He goes, all this, 1/4 inch platform. He goes, please. He goes, you go to get a trailer today, nothing like that. He goes, it's a big empty skeleton. I'm like, yeah. He goes, they use all tubing now. It's all tubing. They're not using I-beam like this. Nobody's using that. I'm like, okay, all right, calm down. Yeah, oh, no, he's excited. He's probably more excited about it than me. So we're getting there. We're getting there. The problem is that we're looking at. It's all covered in tarps now. Tarp. I went out and bought. They had the tarps on sale this week at Harbor Freight for $3 for the 7x9. So I grabbed 3 tarps and covered it in tarps because, like I said, I'm worried that the rain. I don't think the rain will hurt it. It's all covered in primer, but I worry it's going to just pull all the pollen out of the air, and the whole thing would need to be pressure washed before the top coat. I think it's just going to ruin that coat with whatever the rain pulls out of the air. So better to tarp it up. You can see Pops is steering you in the right direction. Oh no, he was excited. Oh no, he likes it, and he was looking at it. He goes, "This is definitely from the." He goes, "You can see it in the hubcaps. This is from the 1950s." Because who knows where this axle came from? He goes, but he had this and repurposed it, and he goes, "No," he goes, "This is unbelievable." Like, all right. Absolutely stunned at the result. Yeah, it's looking good. You know what? It's the difference between taking it down to bare metal or not taking it down to bare metal, right? When you leave the flakes on it, and even here you can kind of see it. It's a little flaky, right? I didn't quite get this. You see that? Yeah, it's a little rough, but not this. All this was down to absolute. But you can see the pitting on the inside. You can see all that pitting in there. But it's solid. My dad was like, "You are crazy. You are absolutely crazy. Like, do not do that. You're just gonna make it worse." And then I was all like, maybe I could, I'll just get like a flux core welder. He's like, "Flux core? You're wasting your time." I go, "What?" He goes, "Stick weld. Stick weld. If you don't stick weld this, you might as well be throwing your money down the well." like, no, never going to happen on this. This is all stick welding. All right, you don't think I could weld that with the flux core? He's like, no. He goes, "You could, but," he goes, "flux core," he goes, "unless they're better now," he goes, those are always a waste of time. Stick welding or nothing. We got to remember, my dad used to work at Westinghouse, like welding giant propellers, and he was on my birth certificate, they have my dad's occupation. It was welder. He worked at Westinghouse. But he might be just partial to arc welding, though. In my day, we stick welded and we liked it. TIG, MIG, please. I can see him right now. That'll be different from buying something from Harbor Freight. Yeah, right? Yeah. Elvis could have been a previous owner. I'm just saying it's possible. Well, the tongue has me a little bit. Yeah, I think that I'll bet somebody had a very specific case. I think somebody had just a very high bumper on a trailer, and they just put that up because they couldn't get it any other way. That's the only thing I can think of with the speaker. All right. So what do you think? I'm thinking like, am I going with a Kiss theme on the side? Big giant Kiss? Am I doing the Aerosmith mobile? Doing the flames? Yeah, flux core is good for soldering. Yeah, that's what my dad would be like. He'd like, flux core. Please. In my days, we stick welded both uphill and downhill. Exactly. See, American got a library ship down on the dock somewhere. Exactly. Yeah, no, MIG is real good. They say that that's the best one. is MIG, right, with the gas shield. Easiest one, too. So it's pretty good. No, stick welding I don't think works for aluminum, right? Too hot. I think you have to use TIG, right? TIG for aluminum? Because TIG, you can control the arc much better. Do an SFB theme. Thinking Zeppelin 4. EVH trailer. Oh, with the stripes. Oh my God, dude. Get it striped. Van Halen stripes. I know, not Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons will show up. Where's my? Yeah, EVH. Yeah, right. Do the full on black and white stripes. Oh, that's too funny. I just download what presets you suggest to use. I think the one I'm using right now is number 73, the Have lead. That's a good one. 72 is a good one. 69 is a good one. 68 is a good one too. Nice blues. Yeah. I'd start around 68, 69 and work your way up from there. Those are the ones I've been using lately. Obviously, they're all good patches. And you'll see some repetition in there. Sorry about that, but, I'm just too lazy to go and clean it up. I spent a long time switching out a lot of items to get this to work, and it should work. Michael says, yeah, it's TIG. You are correct. Yeah, I thought so. I think TIG is the one that can do, like, aluminum and chromoly and, like, a whole bunch of different. That's like the most versatile of all the welders. It's also the most difficult. Right? You really got to dial it in and get, there's like a foot pedal, right? You have to get like gas flow. There's all kinds of, or arc flow, I'm not really sure, but it's the one that requires the most skill. They say that the MIG is the easiest, that and flux core. The difference between flux core and MIG is flux core is messier, a lot messier. MIG is so clean. You can do it indoors, not a lot of smoke coming off of it. Whereas stick or flux core, forget about it. Pretty much outdoor only. Good morning, Ireland. Yeah, Gene, start charging me. Yeah, the Bumblebee would be easier, right? Do the Bumblebee trailer. Oh my God. Oh, the cry. The cry and the cry and the cry. You seeing this cat? What's wrong? Cry, cry. You seeing this cat over here? She finds a way to hide herself. I'm super, super serial right now. Yeah, stainless, right? Stainless steel. So what I was thinking about doing, I had all these grand plans. I'm like, I'm going to get this metal. I'm going to get some couple of little thin galvanized sheets and put them up here to like block the rain and all this stuff. My dad was like, yeah, no. Yeah, only if you want this project to push into 2024. How many patches? 101. Remember, it is a bank, not a patch. OVB for bank, not OVP for patch. If it's asking you, that's not an OVP file, that's an OVB file, yeah, because you're in the wrong area. You're trying to load a bank into the patch area. Get a load of bank into the bank area. Have your dad on, we can ask a bunch of welding questions. See, where'd you get all those Thunderbirds in the early 80s? He had like 6 of them. I'd love to know that too. We also had, we had a 62 or a 63 Lincoln Continental convertible with the suicide doors. So many cars. That needs to spread his TIG welding awareness to the masses. Well, he doesn't TIG. I'm sure he's stick only. When they were doing that big stuff, that's all stick welding, big giant arc welders. Have a good one, Justin. Thanks, Terry. How much weight do you think you can put on the trailer? I don't know. I wouldn't want to risk it. It feels really solid, but I would, I don't want to, test it, but the guy who had it before me, who had it in a lot worse shape, said the last thing he hauled was a bunch of granite stone. So I feel like that was probably at least in the hundreds of pounds, if not more. The only thing I want to haul with this is big things from from Home Depot that I can't get home, right, in a car. Plywood, long boards, things like that. And leaves. Quite frankly, like 90% of the time, it's going to be leaves and brush and just loading it up on the trailer. And it's only like 3 blocks away from my house is the dump. And I can go in there and back it in and dump it. I said to my dad, I was like, I am worried about backing it up in the dump. He's like, nah. It's like, it's so huge. He goes, go down and just do a full U-ey down at the end. He goes, you'll be full on straight, back it straight up. It'll be fine. I got big nothing. So I actually straightened this out here too. My dad had a winch. He had a 4,000-pound winch. And I think I latched it on to this one here because I figured this one was close to this one and maybe a little bit not as rusty as the one in the back. So I latched it on to like here and up to here. And I winched it and I straightened this back out again. This was fake, sticking out. Now it's way more vertical than it was than it was a week ago. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's 8 foot long by 5 feet wide. So each board is 2.5 feet wide. So you need 2 sheets of plywood to do the floor because obviously they're 8x4. So that's okay. Get a couple of 8x4s. So you just cut a little bit off of one side and, good to go. Oh, Tony. Look at you, buddy. EVH Stripe Team Paint Fund. Very impressive job so far on the trailer, dude. Oh, thank you. Buddy Cat approved. Yeah. Thank you. Wire and a backup camera. It's funny you mentioned that, Calvin. I actually thought of that. It's so funny you say that. You can actually buy just backup cameras for short money. But I almost need one that's like wireless and just goes to my phone. Very much appreciated, Tony. Thank you so much. Are you around the electrical yourself? Yeah, I have. The guy actually, the one cool thing he did have was a brand new unopened trailer light kit. It has the 2 rear lights, they're LED, with the plate light, and then 2 front ambers, right, to show the front. And the rest of it I'll use reflectors. And that should make me compliant with both state and federal law, though I don't think I'm taking that thing on the highway. It feels like It feels like just a catastrophe ready to happen. I'm also going to replace the ball hook on it. You know, the ball attachment. It's actually a 3-incher. Like the part that attaches is actually 3 inches wide. That's actually pretty wide. But they have one at Harbor Freight that's a 3 with a 2-inch ball, which is no problem. I have the ball. Oh, speaker, I got my trailer hitch attached. No problem. Went to U-Haul, and they put it in. The one thing that does suck, though, is a big, giant U-Haul sticker. It's like I have a U-Haul bumper sticker on my car now. I don't think it's painted on. I think it's a sticker. Maybe I can get out there with a hair dryer and get that sticker off. Have a good one, Sassy Cat. You have a bar to go across so you can use it like roof racks? I don't, but I think the guy before me did. He had a couple of discrete holes cut in the plywood. My dad was telling me that what he did was he just put PVC pipes. He mounted PVC pipes. He goes, you can just get the PVC brackets. He goes, on my trailer on the front, I just put PVC pipes up there. That way I could put rakes in, and anything that could fit inside the tube. But I don't know what I can do. I'll take a look. I'll get the hooks all back on the side. I'll come up with an eyelet plan. Peel it off. Yeah. No, it did. It worked out. It totally worked out. It totally worked. The thing is they use such good, such grippy. The sticker is so grippy. I think I need a blow dryer to get the thing off. Get that thing up to 140, 150. Oh, you'll take it on the highway. There'll be some big thing you'll have to transport. Maybe. My new Marshall stack. Throw it in the back, boys. You're putting a tailgate on, just sliding plywood in the back. I'm just going to, just going to bolt down the plywood. I'll use carriage bolts, and I'm just going to tie. You can see the holes. I'm just going to tie in 3/4 inch pressure treated plywood on the floor. Put the floor in first. Put the front all the way to the edge in front of that, right? And then you put the sides on last and pin both the floor and the front in with the sides. And there you go. Should be good to go. I'm going to go 3. I was going to do the boards on the side, the deck boards like the guy had before because I thought it looked good. My dad was like, no. All you're doing is making more area for water to get in and get between the boards. He goes, I wouldn't do that. I would put in 3/4 inch, get the thickest plywood they have that's pressure treated. I go, that's 3/4 inch. He goes, get 3/4 inch pressure treated plywood and stain it. He goes, you got to stain it because the paint will just peel right off. He goes, so stain it and put it on here, and you'll have your black plywood and your flat black plywood and your gloss black frame. He goes, it'll look like $1 million. I was like, all right. When I'm all done, I'll have to relic it exactly. Get out there. Exactly. Get out there, get that paint crackling again. Yeah. I'm sitting here staring at it. See the possibilities. See, it was down in here. I was gonna maybe like fill this in. He's like, don't waste your time. He goes, I would spray the rust converter under it and put like a like some sort of a like a guard under there, either like a rubberized undercoat spray. He's like, just chemically treat the whole thing. You're fine. You're fine. I'm like, all right. Do the Gibson custom strap treatment. I'll have a trailer that's worth 40 grand. I told you when I'm done, I'm going to need a trailer for my trailer. It's going to be so nice. I'm not going to want to take it out. Yeah, so he's so hot right now. The trailer, it's so hot right now. Needs a mahogany body. Well, it's so funny. My dad said the same thing. He was like, they make like some really nice wood. He goes, you could get the wonderful birch board. And I was like, no. First of all, it's not pressure treated. I could see that stuff just falling apart out there. I said, how many times I'd have oh God, it'd be a nightmare trying to get that, all set up. I said, no. I'll get straight up, 3/4 inch pressure treated, ground contract approved plywood, and I'll be good to go. I'll paint it, like I said, with a black stain, and it will cover up it'll be fine. It'll be fine. That's right, I'm hot for trailer. I'm hot for trailer. Exactly, mahogany sides and a spruce top. I'm in New Hampshire. I see a lot of back of the pickup truck style trailers, right? Yeah, what happened on the front of that thing? I'm hot for trailer. Exactly. Just slap a little plywood in there. You're fine. Get a little Tolex on it. No. Wait. The custom, right? You got to get the custom upholstery, the squishy upholstery. Go big or go home. Exactly, trailers do rock. Recommend a tutorial for demos regarding a Tascam Model 12. I don't know anything about it. Be better off just to do a search for that Tascam Model 12 and see if somebody has something out there. Remember, this Tascam is from 2000, 1999, 2000, somewhere around there. About 23 years old. Still got the old price tagger on it. Exactly. I have to get the fuzzy dice for it. Exactly. I'll have to get the brass balls on the back hanging down. Exactly, some rich Corinthian leather. If you have a big enough tarp, it's a pool. Yeah, what was that? What did they have? Poolmobile on The Simpsons? Poolmobile? No way. Just one day. Guess it kind of is a bit of a tease. Exactly, a pool limo. I'm thinking on the floor. I haven't decided yet, but they make have you seen like the elevator bolts? You can get some that have that are completely flat on the top. They're kind of like a very large flat platform on the head of the screw, or the bolt really. And some of them have hex, and some of them have like Phillips, like embedded in the top. But they're nice and flat. Maybe I'll use that to attach the floor to the underpinnings. Use the elevator bolts. You already talked about NAMM? Yeah. You know what we said? Didn't really miss it this year. Next year will be awesome because I will be there. What setting am I on right now? That's a good question. What am I on right now? Right now, I am on number 73, Behave Lead. I do like that Behave Lead. You know, it's got the heavy. Just out of one ear is the. It's just a really good, sort of crunchy, but can get pretty heavy patch. I think that was in my first Patchbank though. But it might be that I tweaked it a little bit. I've been known to do that. Your 73 is called Metal Edge. I don't think you're in the right area, dude. I don't think you are. No, I don't see a Metal Edge. You got the wrong bank. Did you import the bank up into your bank area? Oh, what do you want, you big crybaby? What crybaby cry? I do like this M22 lead. Thoughts on Ted Nugent retiring? Well, you know, it happens to everybody. Eventually they say, the road is just too much. You can't do it. You have the demo of the premium. Yeah, I don't know. Did you load it up in the bank area? Are you on the SFB March 23 bank? Did you go to MediaFire, download the bank, import that bank to the patch area, and now loaded that patch bank, and now looking at the patches within that patch bank? Because if you're not, that would explain it. What are you doing back there, crazy cat? Doop doop doop. Dang, man, buttery lead patch 61. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Buttery lead, yeah. I like that one too. That's the DV mark. That's another one that I tamed with that chorus at the start. Again, it just takes a little bit of that edge off. for the rest of the patch. That's a good one. Buttery lead. I forgot about that one. That is a good one. You know, that's the problem is you start to use certain ones in a certain area and you never go all the way through the whole bank. Once you get up to 100 patches, you know, what's the maximum it can take? 128. That makes sense, right? That's a very common number in computers. Yeah, buttery lead. It does sound nasty. Yeah, that is a good one. Ah. All right. I'm going back to my behave lead. The Rolling Stones played on the back of a flatbed. Well, my wife was like, you know, we'll fill it with like hay. We'll get it all looking nice. We'll fill it with hay, and you know we can you know ride with it like in the town parade. I go, I think it's illegal. I don't think you're allowed to I think you can ride in the back of a pickup truck maybe in a parade, but I don't think they let you ride in the back of a trailer. I think that's illegal in this state. I think no transportation of people on a trailer. I'm pretty sure it's expressly forbidden. Need to do a show in the back of the trailer like Dawkins did. They do it in the Christmas parade, so maybe you know, if you're in a parade, right? That's the like exception, right? As long as you're you know, going 2 miles an hour, you know, through a parade very slowly. Yeah, we could decorate it up with, you know, flags or whatever, you know, for the 4th of July parade. And I think did they do another parade? I think that's the big one, the 4th of July parade. And they might do one. I think they do one in the fall. I think they might do actually a Memorial Day parade. I could have sworn there was one in the fall. Can't think of what it was. Veterans Day parade. Get it ready for next year's NAMM parade. Like an Animal House. Yeah, the big eat meat float. We use a giant flatbed trailer every year, yeah. It's probably an exception if you've been approved to go in a parade with the parade people. Well, the steerable front axle and an electric motor. My dad is so hot for me to get a flip-up front for it. He hates... The only thing he doesn't like about it is he doesn't like the I don't even know if you can see it in the photo. You probably can't. Can you see it? Yeah, a little bit. He really doesn't like this little kickstand down here. He's like, no. He wants me to get rid of that and just go to Harbor Freight and just get a double wheel. It's like they're like $50. You can crank it up. You can roll it right over to it, crank it right down, and it flips up. Once it gets off the ground, it just clicks up to the side. Get the yeah, it's like a double wheeler. Let me see if I can find it here. rejecting cookies everywhere. Boop, boop, right there. Yeah, Trailer Jack. Yeah, he likes this one. He likes that one. Will it do? There you go. Of course, I could never pay list. You never buy anything at Harbor Freight for regular price. You have to wait to see if it goes on sale or get a super coupon or some shit. Those retractable wheels are actually super handy. Yeah, that's what my dad, he's like, what are you doing? Just get that. I was like, but I just bought a trailer dolly. He's like, you wasted your money. Just get that. Wait for the parking lot sale. Yeah, no, they're pretty good. Well, watch out there, Coop Cat. I don't want to roll over you. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good about the sales. Plus, I'm an Insider member now. I'm on the Insider Tract Club. Do a Crip trailer. Get a like a cemetery theme going. So you sound like Italian Grabs. You wasted your money again. Great, thanks. Is this guitar all original? It is. Actually, no. Now that you mention it, there is one thing I changed. I changed the pickguard. It had a bright white pickguard, which I thought was a little too bright and white. I put in the, that's the mint green, which I thought took the edge off a little bit because it had cream pickups, right? The plastics are all cream, so the plastics I just thought looked a little too dark against the white. I went with I think it looks better. I think it matches better than with the bright white. Needs a spare tire. Well, I'll definitely get a spare tire. That's a little tricky, though. I don't think I have a, I might have one. We used to have the, the rim measurers, right? It's like a collection of plastic pieces that go over the studs. You find the one that matches, and then it's got like a almost like a little lip at the front, like a little bevel. You can go find all the rims, because we worked in a tire shop for years. Someone comes in, they need a rim. You'd have rims everywhere, but you don't know exactly what's going to fit it. You get one, you go, hold on, let me see if I can find one. When you see what's the right size, you can find a rim to match. And so as long as you measure the studs, you get that just right. I think it's a 5-hole. It's a 5-stud. I should be able to find. Probably, quite frankly, who's got the cheapest tires for it? And they're Hankook. They're like not some generic Chinese. They're actually a South Korean made tire. Is Amazon. Still the cheapest place. And free shipping. And for $16, there's a local vendor they work with to install them. It's unbelievable. clicked on your media file link and it says I have a virus. Well, that's on your part, bro. XML files don't really have viruses. If you know anything about an XML file, that's all that is. Right? Extensible markup language. But you knew that. Have I found out how to incorporate Ernie Ball strings on the trail? I have not. I'll have to find out, though, with my boys at Ernie Ball. And a jack so you can change the tire. That's not a bad idea. Although I'm not really going that far. I'll drag that thing to my house. What am I going, like 3 blocks? Don't forget to labor to unload the trailer. True. My dad thinks I should build a ramp off the back and make it so it'll flip up and pin up. He goes, you should be able to flip it down and then roll stuff up here. I know. Stop crying. Christ, what a bitch. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But to do that, I would have to cut out a good chunk of it to make that work. And I don't know if I want to lose that. So we'll see. Right now, it's designed to slide a panel in. You would have to cut those flaps out if you want something to go up and lock in. And they'd be gone forever. Or I could try to take them off, but they're welded on. So it's either get rid of them forever to put the ramp in, or don't put the ramp in. Have a good one, speaker. Talk to you soon, buddy. We're almost done here. About 2 more minutes. Park motorcycles on it. You can do a lot of stuff with it. It's really, really, quite frankly, it's the 2 main things. Yard waste to the dump, because it's like the easiest way to get rid of the yard waste. And the cheapest way, too, because you have to pay for those bags to dispose it on your curb. And picking up oversized items at Home Depot mostly. And it used to be that when my hot water heater broke, I pulled the 2 seats out of the back of the minivan, went down to Home Depot and got a new water heater, threw it in the back of the minivan, took it home and installed it. There's no doing that now. I don't have any vehicle that can even remotely get a water heater home. That's why you need the trailer. Definitely a ramp. Yeah. Yeah, it's SFB March 23 OBB. Once you have it, how do you install it? Well, you open up your THU file, you right-click in the bank area, and you install it into the bank area of your copy of THU, which is the software that actually makes the sound. All this is a bank of patches. It doesn't actually do anything itself. Exactly, for dumping old mattresses on back roads. Actually, they take a mattress at the dump. But if you want to dump it on the side of the road and have them come and pick it up, you got to pay like a $25 fee. If you can get it up to the dump, it's free. So again, I put it on the roof of my wife's caddy? I don't think so. So. Oh, Guitarlo says you can just drag and drop. You're probably right. I wonder if you could just drop it on the bank area and it asks you if you want to import it, and you just say yes. Good idea. Nice call. Oh, Wally. You are late because it's 9 o'clock and we're calling it a night. Bust out the double neck. The PRS double neck? That my $14,000 PRS double neck? All right, dudes. I'm off. We'll see how. I don't think there's going to be a lot of change. I purposely tried to do a lot on the trailer this week because we had good weather, and I know that this upcoming week is very unsettled, which basically means rain like 5 out of the 7 days. And, even the days that are not rainy are kind of crappy. So we'll see. I don't know how much work I'll get done on it, but we'll see. Maybe. It could happen. Never know. Thanks for hanging out, Judy. Oh, thank you. All right, dudes. Thanks to everybody for hanging out tonight. Super extra special thanks for anyone who contributed, especially Tony. He was very much appreciated. And of course, Brofist, my mod squad. Hashtag mod squad, hashtag Brofist, hashtag feminism. And you guys have a wonderful week. I don't know if I'm having... so last week, what did I put out? I put out the Donner video. That silent guitar was pretty good, huh? And it's quite sporty in the black. Anyway, I don't know if I have anything coming out this week. We'll see. If not, I'll definitely see you at the very least a week from tonight. And there you go. All right, dudes. You rock. Have a great week. I'll see you in a week. Until then, have a wonderful week. And there you go. No, you rock. All right. Later.